Real-life space warp propulsion may actually be possible. September 27, 2019. Space warp propulsion, which in theory will allow travel to other solar systems and galaxies in a matter of hours rather than thousands or millions of years, may be about to be tested. Real-life space warp propulsion may actually be possible. Jitter/iStock today. The idea of traveling to planets orbiting distant stars is something we can only dream of. Even a spaceship that moves just below the speed of light would take 4 years to reach the nearest star and over 2 million years to reach the nearest galaxy. The problem is that the laws of physics seem to prohibit the possibility of anything traveling faster than the speed of light, making long-distance space travel impractical. But what if there was a way around this limitation? Beat warp drive, a concept that, as you see, is not limited to the Star Trek franchise. At the Propulsion and Energy Forum of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, senior engineer Joseph Agnew introduced the notion that bending propulsion can indeed be possible and that it can function without violating the laws of physics. His research was based on an existing concept known as Alcubierre warp drive, which has been gaining momentum in recent years, although it is purely theoretical at the moment. According to the theory, this real-world bending mechanism would work by stretching the fabric of spacetime into a wave, contracting space in front of the ship and expanding space behind. A spacecraft traveling on this wave could effectively assemble the bend bubble and reach speeds much faster than the speed of light. Since the ship is not really moving in spacetime but is actually moving spacetime itself, it would not be subject to the negative effects of traveling at relativistic speeds. Interestingly, the recent discovery of gravitational waves by the Laser Interferometry Gravitational Wave Observatory (LIGO) reinforced this concept because it confirms a prediction Einstein made and proves that the basis for space warp propulsion really exists. Agnew said, "Over the past 5 to 10 years, there has been a great deal of excellent progress along the predicted propulsion effects prediction lines, determining how one could bring it into existence, reinforcing fundamental assumptions and concepts, and, my personal favorite point of view, ways of testing the theory in the laboratory." The discovery of LIGO a few years ago was, in my opinion, a huge leap forward in science, as it has experimentally proved that space-time can deform and bend in the presence of huge gravitational fields, and that is propagated throughout the universe so that we can measure. However, it is not yet known whether it will actually be possible to create such a unit.